Welcome back to Ainsley Court in the Centennial Gym here at Episcopal High School. We've got a huge matchup today between your Episcopal High School Maroon and the Bullis Bulldogs. This is, I believe, either their first or second game of IAC play. And this is a big one. I mean, Bullis is a very respected team in the IAC. I'm Duke Shackelford. I'll be your play-by-play today, and I'm joined by...
I'm here. I'm Hank Green, and I'm looking forward to this matchup. We've got Bullis, a top 25 team in the country, certainly Episcopal's biggest challenge yet. Let's hope that Episcopal can win. I believe in them. How about you, Dick?
I mean, shoot. I'd be lying if I said this team wasn't dangerous, but you can't count out Episcopal on home court, especially with guys like Ben Edmonds and Seamoss.
Absolutely not. National anthem about to start. We'll join you in a minute or two. Absolute chills. This is going to be a huge matchup. You can already tell, but based on the energy in this building, I'm excited.
Bullis Bulldogs starting lineup here. At forward, freshman, number 11, Xavier Skipworth. I can tell you he is not 15. At forward, number 31, Chris Richards. I don't believe they mentioned his grade. Oh, it says he's a senior. At guard, senior, Adrian Stevens. Also at guard, Darren Moore, also a senior. Jeremiah Johnson, the third guard. Another senior. Bruce Kelly, the head coach for the Bulldogs. I got a chance to talk to him earlier. Great guy. Take it away, Hank.
Now, one thing I think you'll notice about this Bulldogs lineup, while they're especially dangerous, they're missing two of their star players tonight, notably number 50, Timothy Zubatyuk. He's committed to UConn, a four-star athlete. He's a baller, and that's a big loss for the Bulldogs tonight, but it seems they think they can get it done without him, so it'll be interesting to see this game and how the Bulldogs perform without their star player.
Starting for your Episcopal High School Maroon, we've got at guard, Jaden Betts, sophomore. Also at guard, Ben Edmonds. At the three, we've got Chuma Achufasi. Power forward, we've got Seamoss. He's been an absolute force in the paint. And finally, at center, the leader of this starting lineup, number 5, Wilkes Brown. He is the only senior in the starting lineup with a group of, I believe Seamoss is a junior, and 3 sophomores in Jaden, Ben, and Chuma. It's a young. We've got a young group out there, and thankfully, Wilkes is there to lead them.
Absolutely. It's going to be an absolute joy to watch this team grow over the next few years. Having such a young lineup can be a disadvantage, but they're already so good at their age. I can't wait to see what they do when they're seniors and juniors themselves.
Yeah, I mean, crazy potential from these guys. It's like, I mean, shoot, you can't even explain it. It's like watching Kyrie Irving at Duke. You just knew he was going to be special. Tip off here coming. You've got Wilkes Brown taking it for the Maroon and Christopher Richards taking it for the Bulldogs. Tip is won by the Bulldogs, and they will start on offense. Episcopal bench already getting loud. We'd love to see that. Christopher Richards up here, ball up top. Darren Moore now isolated with Ben Edmonds. Over to Adrian Stevens. He pulls and drains a three.
It's a great start for the Bulldogs. It's going to be an exciting, explosive offensive night.
Student section's getting on their feet. Episcopal's going to need an answer here. Wilkes Brown.
Wow.
Ooh. Looked like CMOS touched that while it was in the cylinder there, but no call from the ref. I mean, I think that one was going in anyway, so
yeah,
can't be too mad about that.
CMOS wanted to make sure there was no doubt. Not sure who they're going to award that bucket to, but Episcopal gets on the board and gets their first 2 points of the game.
That's what matters, man. Points
making shots.
Ball went out of bounds from Darren Moore there, but Bullis got the ball back. I believe it was tipped. Rebounded by CMOS. It is stolen away by Jeremiah Johnson, and he puts it up and in. Swings it over to Ben Edmonds. He drives in the paint, and blocking foul is called on, I believe that will be Darren Moore. It's a very old Bullis team. I mean, I think they've got 4 seniors starting. And
a freshman.
Yeah, and a freshman.
Makes you wonder what his skill set's like. He must be a baller. We'll see.
Got to imagine. I will just say this now for those of you at home who can't see the game very well. He does not look like your average 15-year-olds.
Wow, tough bucket there.
Chuma Achifasi. You got to love it. Student section's getting loud. The guys are on their feet. You got to love it. 3 ball there from Darren Moore goes off, and it's rebounded by Jaden Betts.
It's a great rebound, and you got to love what you've seen from the Maroon thus far on offense. 2 trips down the court, 2 baskets made. They're trailing by 1. Chuma for 3. Falls just short.
Yeah, had to pull a little heat check there after that last bucket, but you'd like to see them take a little bit more time to find a shot there. Of course, we've got shooters at all 5 positions here, so you really can't leave anyone open at the perimeter. Another foul there on Ben Edmonds. I mean, when you see him moving like that, you kind of just got to get your hands on him. That is Adrian Stevens.
Ben Edmonds has been a joy to watch this year. Shifty transfer from PVI. He's a special player.
Wilkes Brown here in the paint. Gets it over to Chuma. Chuma up top to Jaden Betts. He finds Ben. Good move by Ben Edmonds. Ooh, just barely goes off. I believe I heard a air ball from Adrian Stevens there. He's talking a little bit of smack. Maybe didn't like getting that foul called on him, but, if he didn't like it, he shouldn't have fouled. Wow. Good move there by the freshman, Xavier Skipworth.
Jaden Betts takes, no good, but
rebound, a lot of fight.
Rebound Betts. Wow, great
back
play
out
by
to Edmonds.
Him. Wilkes Brown working down low.
Ooh. Looks like he made some contact with 31
3.
there.
No good, but board by CMOS.
Great play by CMOS. I think the buzzer going off gave the Bulldogs a little bit of pause there. That was Adrian Stevens and Xavier Skipworth down low, and they didn't really get a chance to contest that shot.
CMOS has been special all year, Duke. Recently won the tournament MVP at the Behan tournament a couple weeks back. He's been a special player, and Episcopal student body and the Episcopal basketball team are certainly happy that he's transferred here this year. He's been a stud.
You got to love it. You know where he's from?
He is from Lithuania.
Lithuania. The basketball capital of Eastern Europe. Or so I've been told. Ben Edmonds here, marking his spot. Wow. An absolute blur as he cuts to the basket.
Oh.
Makes a pass at the end to Simas that it didn't look like he was expecting. It's unfortunate. Missing out on easy points there, but happens.
Yeah, you got to love the heart that this Maroon team has shown thus far. They've been very special to watch on the offensive end. They've been getting scrappy rebounds, and I don't think Bullis has gotten one defensive rebound that wasn't contested, and you got to love Episcopal making it tough for them.
Yeah. Missed it a couple of minutes ago, but there was a substitution for the Maroon. Wow. And one opportunity here for Darren Moore. There was substitution for the Maroon. Number 22. What's his last name? I know his name's Connor. Connor Miles came in for your Episcopal Maroon, and the senior Davian King came in as well. They took off Wilkes and Tate Wardell also just came in. So now we're running a lineup of Ben Edmonds and Simas, who have stayed in since the beginning of the game, as well as seniors Davian King and Tate Wardell, and freshman Connor Miles.
A good take by Edmonds there, but he was fouled on the floor before he could get that shot up.
He's fouled by Jeremiah Johnson. Jeremiah has this bandage-looking thing on his chin. I mean, you got to wonder if it got chopped or something. I'm not sure what gave him this chopped chin, but I sure hope he's healthy enough to play a good game. You hate to see injuries affect. Foul called there. Another one on Jeremiah Johnson. He looks displeased, to say the least. Ben Edmonds given 3 opportunities here to close the gap. Oof, first one goes off, and he is not happy. I mean, I'm not in the business of reading lips, but I don't think I can repeat what he just said. Second shot, easy bucket.
No doubt. Another group substitution here for the Maroon. Tate Wardell comes into the game along with Wilkes Brown and Connor Miles back in. So
that was just Simas subbing for Wilkes.
Whoops.
Drops another one in. Ben Edmonds cuts the lead to 2, and he comes out for Jaden Betts. He's going to need some rest. I mean, he's been dominating. A lot of bench energy from Episcopal. You got to love it.
You know, the leaders of this Episcopal bench have been important this entire season. Of course, we have Ethan Apurgis, unfortunately injured, hasn't gotten a chance to see the court very much this year, but he's been a leader on the bench, been a loud voice. So 3s made there from the Bulldogs. And then, of course, the 2 senior leaders on the bench, Worth Kelly and Charlie Wilhelm, have been absolute glue guys for the team this year. And speaking to Wilkes Brown earlier today, he said they're incredibly special players, great guys, and great for the locker room culture. So great to see them out there.
I mean, with the history of Episcopal basketball that resides in the Kelly family, you really got to expect a lot from him.
Of course.
His father won the IAC championship on the legendary 1982 Episcopal basketball team, and since then, basketball has just run in the family.
And Mr. Kelly, who's in attendance tonight, that team you just mentioned, first Episcopal basketball team to win an IAC championship. So he's a bit of a legend here when it comes to Episcopal basketball.
Say that again, Hank. Bullis leads by 5 now. Good move there by Johnson. Just goes off. Rebounded by Connor Miles. Charge maybe called there on Wardell.
It's tough to say. I didn't see the signal from the referee, but
he went like this.
Must have been a charge.
Yeah. I'm not up to date on my basketball referee signals, unfortunately. I'll have to do some studying. Darren Moore bringing it up for the Bulldogs yet again. He's been the engine tonight. Gets it over to Skipworth, guarded by Simas. Moore driving, and he puts it in. It's a tough move. He is staring down Ben Edmonds. He's a fiery player, but so is Edmonds. And see if that clash has any unforeseen effects tonight.
It's been a fun duel to watch this far. We can only hope for it to continue.
Just unfortunate. He was a little bit off balance when he took that. Didn't really get his feet set. Offensive rebound there by the Bulldogs. Foul on the floor. That was Angelo Dickerson III.
Strong family name.
Strong family name. He's got the reverse Grinches on, if I'm not mistaken. It's a long way away, but I'm seeing red shoes with green laces.
Yeah, looks like you're right.
He gets the ball right back. Hands it over to Adrian Stevens. Episcopal's been really forced to look outside the paint here to the perimeter. And some unfortunate consequences of that have been a lot of paint possessions for the Bulldogs. Ooh.
Episcopal's offense struggling to get anything going the past couple minutes against the Bulldogs. They've been absolutely locked down since the start of the game.
They cut the lead to 2 with those Ben Edmonds free throws. And since then, Bullis has scored 8 unanswered. Increasing the lead to 10 with under a minute left here in the first quarter. Miles here, his first shot of the game, just goes off the rim. Bullis here looking to extend their lead. Pump fakes. Driving now, it's Adrian Stevens. Swings it over to the other side, Darren Moore. Clean block there by Miles. You gotta love it. The freshman getting active.
He's a freshman chance echoing from the student section here on Ainsley Court. It's definitely exciting to see the young guy playing so well.
Oh, wow. Heads up defensive play there by Michael Heyman as he completely snatches the ball away from Edmonds, who pulls up.
Michael Heyman, I believe, is a two-sport athlete for the Bulldogs. I believe I recall seeing him play for the Bulldogs soccer team this year. Great defender and a great sport as well. It's been fun to watch him compete thus far in the basketball game, but also in the soccer game earlier this season.
He's fouled, I believe, by Edmonds following the fouled by Edmonds following the block. And he will shoot his first free throws of the night. Makes that one. I believe that was his first point of the night. Episcopal making some substitutions. They brought in Noah Baker for the first time this game, as well as keeping seniors David King and Tay Wardell out on the floor. I assume they want some leadership against a team as dominant as the Bulldogs. Bullis leads by 12 now with the fourth quarter wrapping up. Shot clock's turned off. Episcopal will get one more chance here. Looks like they're allowing Tate Wardell to take the last shot. Decision I like. Makes it to the rim and is blocked by Heyman. However, a foul is called. And Bruce Kelly is on the floor, just giving a piece of his mind to the ref. 21 years as head coach. He's never seen anything like that.
You'd think he might have seen a bad call or two in his time coaching, but
apparently not.
Apparently not. Tate Wardell from the line.
Ooh, first one goes off and he's not happy.
Tate Wardell, a leader on and off the court. He's a special player and an even better person. So.
Ooh, this is them both. That's unfortunate. Pulls from half court. And Angelo Dickerson III's shot does not find its home. At the end of the first quarter, score is Bullis 20, your Episcopal Maroon 8. Episcopal was 3 missed free throws away from making this a 9-point game. And I assume that Coach Fitzpatrick will have some to say about that, as well as paint defense.
Absolutely.
Although the perimeter, Bullis has been dangerous from the perimeter so far, you can't give him easy buckets, you know. You got to force him take the contested three, and sometimes you just got to live with that.
Yeah, and since the game's opening minutes, it's been all Bulldogs thus far. Unfortunate to see, but let's hope the Episcopal Maroon can figure it out. Yeah. Duke, what do you think? I mean, other than these missed free throws and, of course, cleaning up the paint defense, how do you think Episcopal can find an answer for the Bulldogs team? Because they are red hot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Hank, I'm just going to go back to it again. Seamoss and Wilkes and whoever the big man has been for Episcopal has just been isolated in the paint on defense. And to a certain extent, they're able to guard these guys. But when you force them to go across the paint on a switch, it's not going as well as I assume Episcopal would hope. And then just working on, I mean, I know I just said paint defense, but they've also had some struggles defending the three-point shot.
Yeah.
And, I mean, at this point, I think Bullis is just going to force them to pick their poison, but they really can't live with both.
Absolutely not. And Episcopal also really needs to clean it up on offense here. Let's hope to see that in the second quarter.
Here's Chuma. Gets a screen from Wilkes, passes to Seamoss. He goes up with it. Looks like he might have been fouled on the way up, but there's no call.
It's a great basket there from Seamoss.
Oh, absolutely.
He gets the board on the other end.
He might go all the way. It slows it down to the three-point line. Smart decision. I love to see some pace from this team, but I think going against athletes like this and depth like this, it's smart of them to spend a little time in the half-court offense. Ooh. Wilkes Brown looked like he might have got open there, but Chuma wasn't able to find him. Another screen there. Pulls it, just goes off.
Great screen from Wilkes Brown, and if Jaden Betts gets any more looks like that, I wouldn't expect him to miss.
Absolutely. Ooh. Michael Amon goes up with it. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he is fouled as well as making the bucket. He looks to give the Bulldogs their 23rd point. 6:59 remaining in the second quarter. He makes it.
Oh,
not a lot of energy coming from the student section anymore. I mean, you'd like to see a little bit more, especially on free throws.
Of course.
Pulls from three, just misses. Oh, miscommunication on the rebound, nearly goes to Bullis. Able to snatch it up, though. That's Wilkes Brown. Gets it over to Edmonds. Edmonds to Betts. Edmonds to Betsy. Wilkes Brown back over to Edmonds. He drives. Kicks to Seamoss. Seamoss with an easy bucket. You know, what I've seen from Edmonds and Seamoss, it seems like their chemistry is great even off the court. I feel like I'm always seeing those two guys together.
I mean, you'd hope it's great. Those two are roommates.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like that's a piece of information I should know. Wide open bucket there for Christopher Richards as he's able to just jump up and dunk it. Both paint defenders there got focused on a switch, and it was just a unfortunate miscommunication.
Coach Fitz, red hot. He's not happy with the way this Maroon team has been playing thus far, and I can't say I blame him, but we've seen flashes of greatness and can only hope that they improve upon that and can cut this lead down.
Noah Baker coming in once again for the Maroon. He hasn't been given a lot of time to play yet this game. I'd like to see some from him. Immediately takes a three. He got open, but see how much Coach likes that shot. Up to Angelo Dickerson here. Good move by him, and he is fouled by Noah Baker on the drive. A very quick crossover from Dickerson. Sorry, Dickerson the third. And he nearly got to the bucket untouched. Another move there.
Ooh, solid defense there from Noah Baker, but
Skipworth has been lights out on the dribble pull-ups. I mean, we saw him do that a couple times, guarded by Wilkes Brown. Drive.
Baker in the corner for three.
Oof.
Won't go.
Another unfortunate miss for Baker. Wow, great pass there over to Skipworth. The corner to Haymon. Back to Skipworth. We'll see if he drives on Baker again. Telling Haymon to cut, looking to get some space, but he will slide it over to Dickerson III.
He's fouled by Shuma.
Episcopal is going to need a big run here if they expect to close this gap before halftime. Only 5 minutes remaining in the second. They still trail by 14.
You know what they say about 26-12, though, Duke.
It's the most dangerous lead in boys high school basketball.
You're absolutely correct.
Into Dickerson the third. Looked like maybe it was blocked by Edmonds. Push foul called on Dickerson following the play.
And Dickerson the third donning the number 3. You got to wonder if that's an homage to his name.
You know, Hank, I would expect that it is. Maybe he just really likes the number, but I would expect that is referencing the suffix following his last name.
You think they call him Trey?
It's entirely possible.
Tate Wardell with a good move, but he's rejected.
Dickerson there was, dropped to his hands and knees by Wardell. Unfortunately, following that play, he was rejected by Haymon in the paint. I think he got a little bit too eager to finish the clip, and a pass would have been the right play there.
You know, it's hard not to go up with it when you get an ankle breaker like that. But
yeah, it's in that situation, sometimes you got to swing the pill.
Absolutely.
Back to the discussion we were previously having, Hank. I was about to mention, I do believe that Angelo Dickerson's the third's friends most likely call him Jello. I mean, that's the route that I would take.
Angelo
as opposed
Jello.
to Trey.
Speaking of Jello, new song just released by LeAngelo Ball.
Do I even have to say it, Hank? I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa. Hopefully we don't get copyright strikes. I mean,
yeah, that would be
sounds like the real
terrible
thing.
I've heard that song blasting out of the boys' varsity basketball locker room. It's been a favorite of their team, and can you blame them? It's an amazing song. Shout out LeAngelo Ball.
Shout out
and the
all
other
Ball
brothers. Yeah, absolutely.
The Kellys of Chino Hills.
The Kelly brothers are Episcopal's Ball brothers, for those of you not familiar.
Yes. And John Kelly is the LeVar Ball of the Maroon community. Another dribble pull up there from Skipworth.
You know, when you think Skipworth has been contested thus far, he's been able to rise above and get the ball in the basket. So he's definitely impressive on offense, and hopefully the Maroon can slow him down.
Bruce Kelly about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet onto the court here. A very traditional head coach.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his coaching style. I got a chance to shake his hand before the game. He had a nice firm handshake. And got all the respect for what he's done for this program. Seamas here with a great move. Nearly up and in. A little bit of contact there. Refs don't call it, though. Oof.
Yeah, Bullis has been an absolute powerhouse the past couple of years, both in the IAC and nationally.
Wow! Great move there. And he
bang!
Great move by Miles. Student section was already alive after that, I won't call it embarrassing, but unfortunate miss by Adrian Stevens on the play prior. Cuts the lead to 11. In the corner, Christopher Richards, the silencer.
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Richards. I'm not sure that was better, but it was
pretty
almost
cool.
just as good.
Almost. He didn't beat a double team.
No.
But
Seamoss working down low. He's doubled.
Back over to King in the corner. Connor Miles forcing Richards to respect the three-pointer after that recent make.
Edmonds takes it in.
Unfortunate block. Seamoss will go up with it, and it will go in. A little bit of push after the play there by Seamoss. I mean, I think the boys are getting fiery here.
And you love to see that. Seamoss is always a dangerous player, but if you get him fired up, you better watch out.
Seamoss, I believe, requested a sub there from Coach Fitzpatrick as Chuma comes to the bench. Seamoss is looking a little winded. It's unfortunate, but like to get him rested as this has been a big quarter for us.
Sit him down for a minute or two, let him catch his breath, and I'm sure he'll be right back out there.
Oh, absolutely. Oof.
Davian loses it.
Unfortunate turnover by King. It's a rare sight. Edmonds in the paint, forced to foul. A lot of contact after the play there.
This is turning into a scrappy game, and the officials have to be careful because this could get out of control. We don't want to.
What can I say, Hank? I'm a fan. I mean, you'd like to see him continue to play basketball, but a little bit of emotion never hurt nobody.
This is true, but let's just hope that there's no incidents. Wow, a scream from Noble Kelly in the crowd, brother of Episcopal varsity basketball player Worth Kelly.
Son of
the
Episcopal IAC championship, John Kelly, class of 82.
And that forces a miss out of number 11,
Xavier
Skipworth.
And he streams again. Skipworth was ready for it this time, though, as he drills the second one.
You got to love the student section getting involved.
Here comes Edmonds. Over to Wardell. Wardell to Betts. Ooh.
Betts.
Great bucket by Betts there. Haymon got his hand on the ball, but it wasn't no thing for Betts as he still made it to the basket for the easy layup.
Betts with the pirouette there. That was pretty to watch. Pirouette.
Pirouettes, yeah, I don't think that's a French word. Also, there's an E after it, and there's two T's.
Yeah.
Foul called.
Happens.
Student section isn't happy. Bruce Kelly just did a what's the word? Pantomimed a tween cross there. I'm not sure what he was referencing, but I think it was something to do with Haymon's defense.
Noble Kelly with another shout from the stands, and number 13, Adrian Stevens, is still able to knock down the shot, but you got to say that's definitely distracting. I can't imagine not being distracted by that scream.
Oh, it's got to be, Hank. It looks like Bullis here is running a 7-man rotation as they've got 2 guys at the front of the bench, then 4 coaches, then the entire rest of the team at the end of the bench. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. A little confusing to me, but hey, I guess that's why they're ranked 25th in the nation. 25th, 30th, I don't know.
They're in the top 25 somewhere, Duke. I'm not sure exactly.
Wow,
where.
Great bucket by Seamoss. A little baby hook there. Shades of Lou Alcindor.
And speaking of Bullis' top 25 ranking, the IC has become really a powerhouse conference in relation to basketball. Episcopal starting to gain some traction. They're putting their names on the map. But on top of that, Georgetown Prep is ranked in the top 25 alongside Bullis. So this is going to be a great conference to watch in the coming years. It's just growing, and they've improved their game. It's exciting to see the conference do well. We're hoping Episcopal can compete with these teams as they continue to improve.
Yeah, some winter and spring sport powerhouses here. Unfortunately, the other schools in the ISC leave a little bit to be desired in the fall, as lacrosse and basketball seem to be the emerging sports for this conference.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in the fall, this past fall, Episcopal was just completely dominant in terms of ISU sports. Well, actually, that's not completely true. Football team struggled this year, but in the past few years, they have been dominant. And then this year, the soccer team has been a powerhouse, both in the IAC and in Virginia, winning the state championship and placing second in the IAC. They were ranked number 4 in the DMV area.
Yeah, so absolutely robbed of the IAC championship, but you can't win them all, Hank.
No, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's great. It's been great to see Episcopal sports grow this year. A lot of new faces on the scene, and we're happy that we've been successful thus far.
Absolutely. Here comes Wardell, doubled. Noah Baker here forces Akeem Pham to respect the three-pointer. Ooh. And second quarter comes to a close. The Bulldogs lead by 14. Your Episcopal Maroon with 21. It'll be a lot of talk at halftime for both of these teams. Bullis, how they can work on putting this one away in the third, and Episcopal, how they can close the gap. We will see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back to Ainsley Gym for the second half of this game. And, you know, it's been a little bit lopsided so far, Hank, but it's definitely not over yet. I mean, 14 points in 2 quarters of basketball is not an impossible deficit to make up.
Absolutely not. And if anybody can do it, it's this Maroon team.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Edmonds, Seamoss, Wilkes-Brown, Chuma, Jaden Betts. Great team.
Yeah.
Bullis with possession here.
They're moving quick to start off this second half.
Oof. Near miss there by Adrian Stevens. Here comes Seamoss. Looking like he wanted to punch it, but just came up short. Stevens now with the ball again.
Darren Moore working on Betts down low.
Using a lot of arm. Puts it up, and the foul is called late.
Feet in his face as they land there, and Moore was pretty frustrated with Wilkes-Brown for landing on top of him, and that's a big guy. I can't say I blame him because Wilkes-Brown lands on top of you. It can't be comfortable.
Cannot be comfortable.
So Moore will go to the line here. First shot is no good. Second shot misses as well. You got to say he seemed a little bit distracted there.
Uh-oh, here comes.
Ooh. Dunk that next time.
Lost my roster for a minute. Adrian Stevens with a nice pass over there to Jeremiah Johnson. Or Chop Chin, as I believe he's being called by the Episcopal student section.
And, I mean, you got to say, unfortunate to miss those 2 free throws there for Bullis, but they get the ball back and they capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah,
so.
you really would have liked to see Episcopal capitalize on those 2 missed free throws, capture some momentum, but they fall to a 16-point deficit here. Yes. And it's going to take a lot this quarter to make it possible.
It's unfortunate.
Wardell here to Betts. Betts working on Darren Moore. Ooh. Foul's called. Moore looks displeased, to say the least.
Yeah.
You know, he's got 1 blue shoe on and 1 pink shoe on. I wonder if that's by design or he just bought 2 different pairs of the same shoe.
It's an interesting look. I'm not a fan of it, but, you know, you look good, you feel good, and, of course, you play good. So
I believe I heard that said for the first time by Cody Johnson, member of the Dude Perfect team. Shout out Dude Perfect.
Just watching Dude Perfect World Greatest Artist Office Part 3 last night with Charlie Wilhelm, a member of the Episcopal basketball team.
Wasn't Tom Brady in that video?
He was.
Pretty sweet, huh?
A pretty star-studded video.
Yeah.
It's a cool one for sure.
So, Hank, who do you think has the best shoes out on the floor right now? Because I'm a big fan of Chuma's pink and orange. I believe those might be the Ants, the Anthony Edwards shoe, but I could be wrong. I don't know my basketball shoes too well.
Yeah, I really like Chuma's, of course. They stand out. Pretty cool.
Number 11.
Wilkes-Brown donning the all-white.
Those are nice. Number 11 for Bullis, Xavier Skipworth, has looked like the black Kobe's on. I like those a lot. Adrian Stevens here.
Good contest.
Goes off the rim.
From
rebounded by
Seamoss.
Wardell. Over to Ben Edmonds. Edmonds still the engine of this team.
I mean, this guy, he's got a motor strapped to his back. He can go 2 halves.
Wow. Scrappy play by Seamoss. Tries to get over to Edmonds, but stolen away by Heyman. I believe that's how that's pronounced. Ooh. Oh, wow. Darren Moore the most wide open anyone's been all game, and he misses. It's unfortunate. Here comes Stevens.
Good drive.
Misses again and is fouled.
Wilkes-Brown, trying to get a hand on that shot, missed narrowly and fouled the shooter.
No, foul was called on. He held up a 1 and a 1. Oh, no, he may have been holding up a 2 and a 1. That was on Seamoss, his third foul of the night.
Wow, I thought that was on Brown, but let's see if they can convert on free throws here. Ice cold on the first shot. He knocks it down. Wow, that's pretty special to see.
Makes them both.
It's tough to make free throws in this Episcopal gym, but he manages to do it. Respect.
Yeah, unfortunate break there for your Maroon, as you can kind of count on some of the guys missing free throws down here.
Yeah, especially when they're shooting towards the commentator's booth. It seems to be a tough spot to make free throws in.
Great play by Brown. The foul is called somehow. I mean, it seems as though the refs haven't been letting them play all night. Bullis angry with the fouls in the first 2 quarters. Since then, Episcopal's been getting a lot of fouls called. It's just been unfortunate, to say the least. Connor Miles comes in for Wilkes now as he picks up his 3rd foul. They leave Seamoss out there, however. Adrian Stevens working on Seamoss, and he drills it, falling to the ground.
Falls to the floor after that shot. That was a great make there.
Yeah. Increases the lead to 17.
It's going to be tough for Episcopal to come back. They're going to need a few breaks on defense here. And
here comes Seamoss.
They're going to hit shots like those. And that cuts the lead down to 14. You got to love that from Seamoss. He's a stud.
Gives him a little bit a little bit of momentum. And Episcopal calls a timeout here. We'll see what Fitzpatrick has to do to his guys.
And Trainer is working on, I can't tell what the number is there for Bullis.
Oh, that's 31. That is Christopher Richards.
You got to hope he's okay.
Starting lineup.
Getting that ankle taped up, that's something to watch for later on. He's been a great player for the Bulldogs, and I hope he's healthy.
Hank, we were talking about shoes earlier. You see it in the huddle here. I don't think he's touched the floor all night. Number 22 for Bullis. He's got some nice pink. Those might be KDs.
I've been waiting for him to check into the game so I can mention those shoes because they are really cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Those might be the second best shoes on the court other than Chuma's because, come on, I've never seen anything like those. They're special.
Pretty cool. Number 5, Aki Pham. Aki? Okay.
I think Aki.
Aki Pham is rocking some pearl shoes. Those look like, I know what those are. Are those PGs, Hank? The strap is reminiscent of like the PG2s. I had a pair of those back in the day.
They're fresh for sure.
They are fresh. I'm a fan of them.
Some good shoe game on both teams, and love to see when fashion and basketball cross over. It's a great world.
Crossover. I see what you did there, Hank. Here comes Jeremiah Stevens over to Darren Moore. Over to Jeremiah Johnson.
Jeremiah Johnson no longer donning the chin strap.
Wow. Maybe his chin is no longer chopped.
I guess not.
Connor Miles here. Pulls up for 3. Ooh, just barely goes off. You'd love to see him make that. Would have made it an 11-point game. Darren Moore here. Driving. Good D by Connor Miles. Jaden Betts forced to switch on to 3 made there by, I believe that was Jeremiah Johnson yet again.
He's been a stud thus far, and it's been fun to watch him play.
Yeah. Oh, Chuma hits the floor, release the ball. Wow, great effort play by Seamoss. Chuma gets the ball back, hands it off to Miles. Miles to Edmonds. Ooh, they had a great opportunity there in the paint they didn't capitalize on. Betts pulls it and drills it.
Wow, great shot there from Betts. He's a special player, and Coach Fitz is fired up.
An even better celebration from Walsh in the student section there. I think that might be a little bit out of view for you, but he had a little bit of this action. Might have been playing a guitar or something involving a bow and arrow. I really couldn't tell. All I knew was got people hype.
You know, Walsh is blocked off
there by
the scoreboard from my angle, but knowing him, I'm sure the celebration was on point.
And Hamon drills a 3 there. Back-to-back answering threes from the Bulldogs.
You know, and the real story here tonight has been the Bullis Bulldogs have had an answer for almost everything the Maroon have done thus far, and it seems the Maroon have only had an answer for about half of what Bullis has been able to do offensively. So really hope that narrative changes as this game progresses, but right now it's been a tough game for the Maroon. And
foul called
better.
there on Darren Moore, his 4th. That's big.
That is
He will be forced to check out of the game, at least for a little bit, as I assume. Bullis is going to want him here in the 4th quarter. Ooh, ill-advised pass to Noah Baker. Just barely slips over the hands of Michael Hamon. Over to Ben Edmonds. And foul is called on Adrian Stevens. Only his 2nd of the game. Considering the amount of defense he's been playing and I don't even know if I've seen him check out yet. He's been doing a great job staying clean. Noah Baker here forced to defend the fast break. He is beaten by I believe they had 3 guys going there.
You know, it's tough not to go up when you have that opportunity, but you got to respect him for picking his head up and making the extra pass for the easy bucket there for the Bulldogs.
Smart play there. Aki Pham coming in for Jeremiah Johnson, who just on the last play blocked the ball out of Ben Edmonds' hands. Chuma here pulling a 3, and he is fouled. Would have loved to see a 4-point play there, but he'll have 3 opportunities at the line.
Coach Bruce Kelly was not happy with number 15, Michael Heyman, on that foul. Just disappointed. There's no need to foul there when you've got a guy pulling up from that deep.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of a late career Pat Riley. He's well-dressed. No athletic wear for him other than the Hoka's on. He's wearing khakis, button down, no tie.
A nice sweater vest.
Nice sweater vest, yes. I got to say, I saw him, and initially I was unsure about his role. And as soon as he told me he was the head coach, I thought, wow, no-brainer there.
Yeah.
He looks like he lives and breathes basketball.
Absolutely.
And a guy that I'd like to ask a few more questions. Chuma makes, I believe, was that all 3 of them?
I believe so. Cuts
lead to 17.
Oh no, he went 2 for 3 there. He went
2 for 3.
3 made by number 31, Christopher Richards.
You know, Hank, I was harping on the paint defense before halftime, but I'm realizing now the threes are what's killing us. Whenever we score points, it seems they're able to come down and answer with 3, depending on how many we scored, and it's just been difficult.
Yeah, absolutely.
No
King for 3.
Ooh, falls about a foot short of the rim.
That's unfortunate.
Looks like Smith or Richards might have gotten a hand on that one. Shipworth there gets it over to Hamon. Hamon pulls. Misses. King here bringing it up in Edmonds' absence. Gets it over to Chuma. Ball stolen there by Aki. Ooh, big 3 there from Adrian Stevens.
Yeah, I got to say you're right, Duke. They've cleaned up the paint defense, but now they can't get a stop on the outside. And
no, it's a 23-point game here. A minute remaining in the third. I mean, you know, anything's possible, Hank, but it's starting to look like Episcopal might need a miracle.
Yeah. I believe in miracles, though, Duke.
3 from Noah Baker. He's been pulling a lot of them tonight. You'd like to see him make one.
Yeah, he's 0 for 3 at the moment. from beyond the arc.
I believe that's really what separated us. I mean, we've missed probably like 8 threes so far this game.
Kelly,
Nope.
not Kelly. Wardell knocks it down. Excuse me. Kelly on the brain with so many Kellys in the building at the moment. But great shot there from Tay Wardell.
Yes, he cuts the lead to 20. But as I was saying before, I mean, make a couple of those threes that are very makeable, and this is a winnable game here in the fourth quarter. Adrian Stevens pulls it.
Oh, my
Chuma's
goodness.
hand in his face.
You know, that's a shot you never expect to go in. Paul George would say it was a bad shot, but it goes in, and, you know, it's unfortunate. Hopefully the Maroon can get some stops in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, great callback there, Hank. That Damian Lillard shot has haunted Paul George for maybe his whole career since, as he really hasn't made it that far in the playoffs. I don't think. Oh, no, I believe the Clippers made the conference finals one year.
And, you know, Paul George, guy with such a smooth game, it's unfortunate to see him to see that he hasn't been able to get a ring.
You got to wonder what happens if he doesn't injure himself in that Team USA basketball showcase.
Yeah. He's a great player. I hope to see him succeed in the future. While he's not on my team, so of course I'm not rooting for him too heavily, but he's a player
he's
I
also on the
respect.
Sixers, so you can't really root for him too heavily.
Yeah, it's hard to. But if you were to get traded to the Hornets and make a deep playoff run, perhaps even win a ring, that would be pretty cool. Unlikely, but pretty cool.
I've heard some rumors of Lonzo Ball heading to the Hornets. Hank, how would you feel about that? Reunite the brothers?
You know, 2016 Chino Hills, Lonzo and him.
Greatest high school basketball team of all time.
Easily. So, you know, you'd love to see it work out in the NBA.
Maybe they can get Onyeka Okongwu back there as well.
That would be pretty cool. Although I'm not sure he would be much help to the Hornets. I don't think his career has really panned out, but he was a great high school player.
CMOS inbounds over to Ben Edmonds. Episcopal bring their starters back in. Chuma looking for an opportunity here. He pulls off balance and drills it. Kind of bucket you love to see, despite the score. I do believe it should be 57-36. Ooh. Big three there from Skipworth, pardon me, as he brings the lead to 25.
Yeah, this is becoming a blowout. It's always tough to watch a game like this, but, you know, if anybody can come back with 7 minutes to go, it's this Maroon team, like we said earlier.
Big three from CMOS. He drains it. You know, you would have liked to see him play like this in the second quarter and end of the third quarter where they were extending their lead. But
you can't be upset with him playing this way now, though. You know, Duke.
No, you love to see it.
Yeah.
If we play like this against a lesser ISC team, I think we have a very good chance against teams like St. Stephen's, St. Albans, and especially Landon.
Absolutely, and you know, great saying. One of my favorites. Kind of reminds me of the way this team has been performing in the fourth quarter. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now. So if this team can, you know, start now, start knocking down shots, carry that into the future games, you can expect a lot from this team because they're special group of guys. And this wasn't their night. It hasn't been thus far, but there's a lot of time to turn things around, not only in this game, but the rest of the way of this when it comes to the season. 22
points, the lead for Bullis right now, as they've scored 61 through the first three. And
you know something? Oh my goodness!
Sitting on your sunglasses, dude. Sorry, some technical difficulties here in the booth.
We've got a broken seat.
Oh, is it?
It's just a dirty seat bothering me at the moment, but that's all right. We apologize for any distraction from the basketball game.
Darren Moore comes back in here. He's being given a chance despite having 4 fouls. Wow! Excellent three there by Chuma Achufasi. Contested. He's got to have at least like 4 of those tonight where he's just hit a shot that I did not think he was going to hit.
He's an ooper. Look that up.
Again. Oh, good move there by the freshman. Edmonds gets a hand on the ball, but Skipworth's able to pull it back and get it up despite the defense.
It's tough to believe Skipworth is in the class of 2028 because he plays like a grown man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's the kind of guy that you look at and think double reclass. But,
yeah.
I mean, maybe he's 17. I don't know. He certainly does not look like your average freshman. I'll just put it that way.
Absolutely not. I'd like to see the birth certificate if I was coach. I'm sure Coach Fitz, seeing you as a freshman, already has checked. So I'm not too worried about it. But
yeah, I mean, you
got
to
think about.
Maybe you have what was the movie? Benchwarmers. Was it Benchwarmers situation where he hands the guy? Wow, great block by Seamoss there. He hands the guy a paper with a piece of money in it and it says, "I'm 12."
Yeah, I believe that was Benchwarmers. Great movie.
Another bucket there from Skipworth. He's having himself a night. A lot of pressure here from Jeremiah Johnson on Ben Edmonds. Foul call on Johnson. He looks mad, but, I mean, I think that's been one of the more obvious foul calls tonight. And look at it. He's got the bandage back on his chin. May have gotten chopped again.
Yeah.
Shout out Max Niven.
And it's at this point in the broadcast we'd like to give a huge shout-out to everybody who's helped us along the way. Of course, our director, Max Niven. Arthur on the Eye of Raw, as they like to call him. Arthur on the graphics, and Paige Gogolak and Evie Jane Greer on camera. They've done
Harrison
an excellent.
Now it's Evie Jane Harrison. I believe her name was changed.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Evie Jane Harrison on the.
Can I get a thumbs up, Paige? It's Harrison. Yes, it's Harrison now.
Excuse me. I apologize for misspeaking, but. Sorry, I'm a bit rattled now. Nonetheless, huge shout out to everybody who's made this production possible. They've done a great job. And, of course, Mr. Gamboa and Luke David on the wings. Dr. Gamboa, recent doctor as well, another name change.
Yeah.
But they've made this entire program possible, and we're forever grateful for them.
It's been a great broadcast tonight, despite the loss. Big three from Haymon, increasing the lead to 24 for the Bulldogs. And, I'm surprised. They've still largely stuck with the 7-man rotation.
Yeah.
I think 2 of their starters were injured. I think that's part of it. But you'd like to see them, or I wouldn't like to see them. I'm fine with them keeping their main players in. Of course, now they bring in Aki Pham. You'd like to see them bring in some of the young guys. Yeah,
of course. I mean, games like this you'd think are a chance to get to see some of the guys who don't normally get playing time into the game, but Coach Kelly, he's an absolute professional, and he doesn't want to leave any doubt.
No, can't blame him. And it shows respect to the opponent when you're keeping those guys in.
Absolutely. And, while this game hasn't gone the Maroons' way, you got to respect the effort they're putting in.
Betts gives it away.
And he slams it home.
Big dunk by Skipworth. Something I've noticed here looking at my roster, Skipworth is the only player not on this team not from Maryland, and he's from Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania.
That's a long commute to school, you have to imagine.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that works, as I believe Bullis is 100% day.
Yeah, they are. That's a long drive. He must wake up pretty early. Get to bed early, too, I guess.
Yeah. Big three there. Episcopal trails by 23. Check my math there, Hank, but I believe I'm correct.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 23 sounds about right.
Yeah, and despite all the scoring from Bullis in this fourth quarter, Episcopal's been able to keep it pretty much even. You would have liked to see him play like this in the other 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But, they've been knocking down their threes. The starters have been showing out, and I think generally it's been a lot less scrappy of a game, which may have helped them. But
and it's not what the Maroon would have hoped for, but you got to appreciate the fight they're putting up, and they've shown a lot of promise. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the season because they're only going to get better. This is their first real test thus far, and they didn't seem completely prepared, but I think they will be the next time they face a challenge like this.
It's a whole lot of young guys, a whole lot of guys new to this team, and you got to imagine that playing against a team like Bullis, you see they're nationally ranked. You get a little bit intimidated. Maybe you don't come out firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. the butterflies in your stomach are a real thing, and it's disappointing the Maroon haven't been able to deal with them this game, but they put up a great fight.
Oh, absolutely.
The coaches, the players, they get a lot of credit, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to the managers out there. Bella Durant? Bella Duran, sorry, she has a twin sister, so I get confused at times. Bella Duran and Logan Deering, they've been huge in helping this Episcopal basketball team's success, and I'm looking down at the Bullis manager, and he's done a great job filling up water bottles. So
keeping the boys hydrated,
of course,
as they enter the war room and such.
Sipping water in the war room
by themselves with him. Big three from Miles just goes off the rim.
They studied, bro.
Why? Because they studied, bro. Shout out Luke Belmar.
Mogul and internet extraordinaire.
Yeah.
He studies, bro.
Oof. Hart Sands' first free throw just rolls off the rim.
I'm a big fan of Hart Sands, the way he plays the game, and the person he is on and off the court. Huge shout out to Hart Sands. Also an incredible soccer player, holding it down at center back for the state champion Maroon this year on the soccer pitch.
Oh. Travel called there on Skipworth. He seems disappointed.
You got to kind of scoff at guys arguing with the refs at this point in the game. 2 minutes to go, and you're up by 22, I believe. I'm no math guy.
And,
but it's just, come on.
Yeah, they bring in the guys that have been sitting the whole game now as they've still got Jello out there. Jello Dickerson III, of course. They bring in, he is not on my roster. It's unfortunate. Number 22 for Bullis. They bring in Oren Ford, who I just recently watched in the JV game. I'm surprised to see him out here following his JV performance, but suppose he brings something to the game that I wasn't able to witness. James Boise as well, junior shooting guard. And Aki Fam's been getting some minutes, but it's nice to see him out there as well.
Wardell with the steal there. He gives it to Lucas Mumston. And
who's in for the first time this game as well.
Yeah.
You'd like to see him bring out Dubkel.
Yeah.
He's down there next to Charlie Wilhelm. Glue guy.
Two guys you'd like to see play, but 2 minutes left. I expect them to get through this game at some point.
Unfortunate miss there by Lumsden on his first free throw.
Worth Kelly and Charlie Wilhelm, who were roommates 3 years ago, have been crowd favorites this year, and the crowd always goes crazy when these two guys get on the court.
Yeah, it's Charlie's been hurt, unfortunately. You'd like to see him get some action. But him and Ethan Apurgis have been down there in their track suits for almost the entirety of the season for Charlie, and Ethan coming off of I believe 2 torn ACLs for Ethan. It's just unfortunate. Landon transfer. And he lives on my floor, so I've been able to talk ball with him a lot. Two minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's been a battle here. Final shot for Lumsden. He drops it. Textbook. Angelo Dickerson with a pump fake there. Swings it over to James Boise, over to Oren Ford in the corner. Something called on Lumsden. Push maybe? It wasn't a push or a blocking foul, so I'm not sure what it was.
I missed it. Wow, tough take there from number 5, Aki Pham, and the bench for Bullis is loving that shot. I'm not.
Big 3 there from Noah Baker.
There you go. Makes his first shot from the field, and it's good to see that.
Yeah, he's been
Volume
waiting
shooter.
all night. It looks like he's got his swagger back. Good closeout by him. Episcopal's playing lockdown defense right now. They've got a Oren Ford just sails it over the rim. He'll hope to get that one back. Another 3 from Noah Baker, and he drills it.
There he goes. A little bit of a celebration running back down the court there.
Like I said, Hank, he's got his swagger back.
Absolutely. You love to see it when a guy's just finds his rhythm and can't miss.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, volume shooter. Aki Pham in the corner, he misses. Rebounded by Baker. I wonder if he'll shoot a third one. I wouldn't be afraid to pass him the ball if I was Tate, but he takes it himself. Oof, just rolls out.
Rebound, Mumston.
Puts it back up.
Good shot there. Cut the lead down a little bit before this game ends.
37 seconds remaining. This may be Bullis' last possession of the game, unless they choose to move quickly. 3 there by James Boise. Goes off. Rebounded by King. Shot clock is off here. Episcopal will likely just dribble the clock out, although you never know with Tate Wardell. Aki Pham there looking for a steal. He's got heart. Maybe he's looking to get some tape to send to coaches, as he is a senior.
Come on, just let us dribble it out.
Noah Baker might pull one here. No, he will not.
Would have liked to see him pull one, get up to 9 points on the stat sheet, but he opts not to, and I think that's the respectful thing to do.
Yeah. Jim is fairly silent at the end of this game. Final score, Bullis Bulldogs 72, your Episcopal Maroon 57. 25-point deficit at the end of the game. Unfortunate to see, but, facing a team like this.
Yeah. Scoreboard will be turned off pretty quickly tonight. Disappointing showing from the Maroon, but it's been fun to watch. Duke, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, none of these guys should hang their heads after that performance.
Yeah, they had a lot of heart.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Duke,
Duke, it's been a pleasure as always.
Of course, Hank, and stay classy.